Well, Sylvia, as you can see, joins us now. Thanks very much indeed for getting up to talk to us this morning. These two lads were sentenced yesterday, 16 and 18 years respectively. What did you think about that sentence?
Obviously, it's never going to be enough, no matter how much they get. But I have to say I was really quite impressed with the judge, and I thought the sentencing was excellent.
And he decided, rather surprisingly, to treat this as a hate crime, which is normally not normally reserved for people who just look different, is it? You've got to be in a slightly different category to have it treated as a hate crime previously, but he decided this was a hate crime.
Yes, he did, which is excellent, actually, because we've been trying, since Sophie's death, to widen the parameters of the hate crime bill. So it was brilliant that he did that.
So maybe he set a precedent there, and maybe others who behave in this appalling way may face the same sort of treatment.
Yes, exactly.
How are you, and how's Sophie's boyfriend?
Well, I'm okay, actually. I feel a bit better, actually, from yesterday. But Rob, he's not 100%, actually, as I'm sure that people would be aware of if they were in court yesterday. You know, it's been a great emotional and physical trauma for him, and he's still in the process of getting over that.
One of the great ironies of this is that you are, of course, a youth worker, and you've dedicated your life to helping disadvantaged children. After all this, can you possibly carry on doing that?
Obviously, you know, you think about that, and I've been thinking about it for the last 7 months, and I have been back at work and stopped just before the trial. And I've come to the conclusion that I think, yeah, I'll have to go back to work, but with a totally different attitude, and perhaps one that will, you know, make young people stop and think.
Well, that's surprising you can do that still, and I take my hat off you for even contemplating it, given the appalling circumstances you've endured.
Well, you've got to do, haven't you? You know?
Well, you've decided you have to, obviously, clearly, and well done to you. I mean, the big issues that come out of this are drink, booze, youngsters behaving in such an appalling, feral way. I mean, how on earth do we tackle this?
I think as a society we need to be looking at it, and there's lots of different strands to it. It's not a quick fix, easy solution, is it? You know, I think firstly we need to be debating these issues and looking at different ways of treating antisocial behaviour. And
what would you do?
What would I do? I'd have a look firstly at, you know, the drink laws, and it really needs tightening up. You know, young people aren't allowed to go in and buy cheap booze under the age of 18, but hey, they do. And if they don't buy it, they get somebody else to buy it for them. We really need to look at that issue.
Also, you've raised another issue. These lads had made a video, and it's clear that they were influenced by what's known as the rap culture, right?
Yeah.
Which some would argue encourages violent acts.
Yeah.
And that's a concern for you too.
Yeah, and what makes it worse is, I mean, I've worked with young people on these types of projects where we've used rap music as a way to get to these young people, because it you know, it opens up debates with them. And, you know, as a youth worker, you should be challenging these young people. It's not about saying, hey, that's okay to do that.
So in a few words, your message to the Prime Minister?
Let's have a debate. And look at these issues seriously and stop covering up what's actually going on in our towns and cities.
Good to see you. I know you're going to talk to our colleagues throughout the morning. Thank you very much for being with us.